the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network, because tonight we are here with OP Racing Premier Super Speedway Series as they bring you the Bumpy Road 250. I'm your host. My name is not important as Anthony English flashes across the start-finish line. He will be one of the first drivers to post a qualifying time, setting the mark at 50.64. Crosby Jr. in the 33 goes just a tick faster. Tucker McClendon in the 00. Gonna flash across the line, and Tucker going to end up starting his timed lap. That would be why it's not there. Yes, I can do math. Thank you very much. Eric Laurie making it across the start finish line right now, put himself inside the top 10. Nate Warren in the 16, ending up in 10th place. But everyone's still chasing Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33. Off the nose of Zach Workman in the 19. Workman across the line, bails out of the throttle. And Reynolds up in the second. Workman currently inside the top 10 in 9th. '39 is Shane Ward, making his way around the super speedway. Shane won a race earlier in the season and then missed a bunch and was unable to qualify for championship 16, but he is back out here once again. Good to see you, Shane. All right, with that being said, we're going to step away for the national anthem. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our drivers are on the grid, and that means it is time to go through tonight's starting lineup as the pace car begins to pull out. Let's get right into it on the inside of row number 1 with a quick time of 50.641. That is the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. Starting on his outside will be Hunter Reynolds, turning an identical lap time. Anthony English and Josh Ball will make up row number 2. Row 3, the 88 of Gabe Butler and the 62 of Les Levy. Row number 4 will be the 12 of Zach Fritsch and the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. Row 5, Vicente Guerrero in the 14 and the 81 of Dustin Logston. Shane Ward and Zach Workman will make up row number 6. Row 7, Eric Laurie and Richard Kuhn. Andy Vahjentai and Peter deBorja make up row number 8. Row 9 is Nate Warren and David Overstreet. Dave Hunt, Sean McCara for row number 10. Row 11, Jeff Crosby Sr. and Tucker McClendon. Logan York and Mark Mann will make up row 12. Row 13, Alex Giffen and Andrew Schroeder. Lynn McNeese and Adam Kilday make up row 14. And Adam Schramm is our final driver in the 87. As the field makes its way through 3 and 4, and get the green flag for race number 2 in our battle of the championship 16. Pace car down and away. Here we go. Green flag is out. 250 miles. Let's get after it, ladies and gentlemen. Championship contenders spread throughout this field. 16 drivers trying to make it into the championship 8. The 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. has the advantage for the moment. The 26 of Hunter Reynolds has Josh Ball glued to that back bumper. They're going to get a heck of a run down the backstretch. Hunter Reynolds in the 26, trying to put his nose out in front. Randy Post chiming in. How you doing, Randy? Good to see you. As they come to the start-finish line, Hunter Reynolds will lead the first lap in the 26. On board with the 71 is Sean McCarra as he's working the second lane. Going on board, you really get a good shot of just how rough this track is. A lot of fun. This is one of my favorite super speedways to do. Whenever I get to drive in the service, I do enjoy this one over all the others, but then again, I'm not very smart. McCarra in the 71 dropping down to the inside. He is one of our drivers who is moving forward. The other one that's making his way forward and doing it quickly, that is Adam Kilday in the 85. Kilday up 7 spots to be in 21st. Kilday also right now has the fastest lap of the race at a 47.09. We'll see if that stands as they come to the start-finish line once again. And it does. So Kilday has the fastest lap of the race as it looks like everyone's gotten up to full speed. Cody chiming in as well, wishing everyone in the championship battle to have some luck. He says good luck. That one's not having good luck. That appears to be Tucker McClendon. And that engine is, well, it's doing its best to fight off the mosquitoes. Lynn McNeese, Tucker McClendon at the back of the pack here. Let's see what happened to the 00. Looks like maybe Tucker just got into the corner and never really got that car to settle down. Crosby Sr. getting a little touch of it. Looked like maybe the 04. We'll take another look at that. Yeah, Workman maybe getting a little piece of it there. Bubba Winningham chiming in. How you doing, Bubba? So Tucker burning a fast repair as the entire field makes their way down pit road. Josh Paul not going into his pit stall. Neither does the 41 of Peter deBorja. Bubba Winningham is here. Cody, Randy, good to see you guys. Randy Post, a fellow, well, it's hard to call him a fellow dirt track driver. I mean, if you go out on a push truck, are you really a dirt track driver? I mean, sure, you're out there on the track, but, I mean, watching Randy go around the track is like watching paint dry, except for paint dries a lot faster than Randy does. It's rough. Wonder if he's still here. You can't stay here. No way he'd let me say that without having some sort of retort. Well, Josh Ball and Peter deBorja drove through pit lane without coming into their pit stalls. See if they're going to hit pit lane this time or if they are out for some track position. And it looks like both of them are going to come down pit road, and that will give the race lead to the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr. and Hunter Reynolds on his outside for this restart. Several drivers making their way back down pit road to top off the fuel tanks. Alex Giffen and Dustin Logston going to bring up the tail end of the field here. Dustin with a very long stay on pit road, maybe trying to fix some damage there. All right, our first yellow flag of the night going to wrap up here. Jeff Crosby Jr. and Hunter Reynolds lead this field to the green flag once again as we are back underway. .02 of Logan York taking us in car this time. He rides around behind the 85 of Adam Kilday. Kilday is a man on a mission, up 17 spots from where he started. That 85 is trying to march to the front. Our championship contenders are highlighted green across the top of your screen. Kilday, one of those championship contenders. Go ahead and take a look at the point standings as they come into this race tonight. Josh Ball picking up the win last week. He will advance into the championship 8. Kilday with a good points lead, but nothing set in stone based off the points just yet. Our drivers who are earning the most points, Josh Ball on top of that list with the race win last week. Adam Kilday, Anthony English, Zach Workman, and Mark Mann. Don't forget, guys, our non-playoff drivers are going for an iFlag award, iRacing iFlag award, whatever high flag prize points. It's something else. I don't know. New fast lap though. Dustin Logston 46.85. But our non-championship contenders are going to battle it out for a prize from iFlag. They will get their own iFlag system. And our stage winners so far this season, Josh Ball picking up 5 stage wins. Gabe Butler and Vahjentai Guerrero with 4 stage wins each. Kevin Fries with 3. Zach Workman and Wes Levy with 2 stage wins. And in case you missed last week, this is how it shook out when it was all said and done. The 88 of Gabe Butler and a unique paint scheme here tonight. Trying to battle his way to the front of the field. Butler, one of those calculating drivers. Always seems collected, that car hardly ever getting out of shape. Very rarely does it put itself in a bad position. And if you see Gabe Butler at the front of the field, you know you got a fight on your hands because that 88 is hard to remove from the top spot. Lynn McNeese and Alex Giffen bringing up the tail end of the field. We are on board with McNeese in 28th spot. Right now he is our lowest running championship contender. Currently in 28th, only 29 cars in this race. Butler in the 88 now working that bottom line. It's like Logan York trying to start a third lane. Zach Workman up there as well now. deBorja in the 41. In the top shelf, Nate Warren up there. Close quarters racing here at the Bumpy Road 250 when you go 3 wide. Logan York looks like he's going to hold on to it, but that car got crossed up big time going into the corner. Good save by the 0-2. Gonna lose quite a few spots as that broke his momentum, but slots in behind Dustin Logston. The Butler in the 88, Crosby Jr. in the 33. Running 1 and 2 down on the inside line. And it's Hunter Reynolds and Anthony English in the second lane. Logan York in the 0-2 trying the third lane again. Caught his breath. And says, hey, you know what? That wasn't so bad. Let's do it again. Vahjentai Guerrero in the 14, chugging along behind the 1 of Josh Ball. Nightmare Esports drivers running nose to tail right there. Adam Schramm in the 87 trying to close in on them. It would be 3 drivers from Nightmare Esports running nose to tail. Reynolds now our race leader in the 26. Stage 1 going to end at lap 25. Stage points going to be awarded, so things seem relatively calm right now. As we get closer, those guys are going to be pushing a little bit harder as they try to earn all the points that they can. Josh Ball in the 1, getting very close to the 0-2 of Logan York. So stage winding down very quickly. Battle at the front right now between the 26 and the 44. That can't be a good sign. And we're back. Not sure what is happening, but we're going to try and stick with this for a minute. Looks like everything's coming back. Only a mild hiccup. We've had worse. So the 44 out in front. Everyone last on pit road on lap 5. So they will be stretching their fuel tanks to try and get the end of this stage. As they got one more time around. Dustin Logston is in the wall. The 81 gets turned, and the 44 of Anthony English is going to win stage number 1. And Bubba asking, do I know if the track received any updates? No, other than just updates to make it work in the service, but nothing new that I'm aware of. The Logston goes for a little bit of a ride. Let's see what happened here to the 81. Sean McCarr, Shane Ward, Kilday. Around goes McCarr as well. Looks like the 81 just got out of shape going into the corner. John McCarr gonna need some tires, but no worse for where. So yellow flag is out for the second time in this race, and the 44 of Anthony English will secure stage number 1. Peter deBorja in the 41, a very quick pit stop. So deBorja not hitting his pit stall. Looked like he's tried to nose into it, but decided against it. Let's see if we can't get a word in with our stage 1 winner. Anthony, got your ears on, bud?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, congratulations on the stage win out there.
Thank you. Thank you. I was, getting a little slickery out there.
Oh, yeah? Tell me a little bit about it.
Car feels good. Don't feel too bad, but I think as we burn these right sides off, it's starting to get just a little slidey when you're trying to like come out of the corners and when you're bumping, but Overall, not too bad. Been feeling pretty decent.
Well, man, that 44 won this stage here, and some close quarters racing around this very tight and bumpy track. You're saying it's slick, so when you go 3 wide, is everyone holding their breath a little bit more?
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those nights where if you don't do the 3 wide early on fresher tires, I think it's going to be hard because, like I said, they were starting to, even after that little run of 20-something laps there, it was definitely starting to slide in the corners. So I think 3 wide will be a little tough in the late run of the tires. So yeah, I'd be watching out for that. It's going to be exciting when people start whipping around 3 wide here at the end to try to get the win and stuff. So.
All right, man. Well, that 44 looking fast so far here tonight. Once again, a great qualifying, a stage win, and back on the front. So, shout outs, thank yous. Anything you need to add?
Oh, big shout out to you, KR, and Turn 3, everything you guys do. You guys do an awesome job. All the admins and everybody watching, and my teammates.
Ooh, what's your teammates' names?
Oh, everybody at Vendetta.
Everyone at Vendetta. That's a weird name for a teammate.
Oh, well, you mean, oh, yeah. Adam, Mark, Andrew, oh, God. Somebody else.
Oh, man.
I can't remember right now.
Oh, man. You want a shovel to help dig that hole?
Oh, no. I do that enough on my own as it is.
All right, man. Well, good job out there for stage 1. Good luck in the rest of the race, bud.
Thank you, KR.
That is Anthony English, driver of the 44 for Vendetta Motorsports. Vendetta Motorsports is Adam Kilday, Andrew Schroeder, Andy Vahjentai, and Workman. I'll get it out there for you, boys. I care about your names. All in good fun. All in good fun. All right, here we go. Pace car gonna get out of the way once again. Anthony English, Zach Workman. Green flag is out. We are back underway. So stage 1, going to the 44, we begin stage number 2. Leaders at the front, the 44 and the 19. And it's the 16 and the 12, and it looks like the 12 getting hooked up to the back bumper of the 19. Workman going to get some help from Zach. Zach getting help from Zach, and now the 19 is out in front, hugging that yellow line. Down the back stretch, the 12 now getting out ahead. Drops down in front of Workman. Now Logan York in the 02 is in the second lane. We do have one driver not on the lead lap. That is David Overstreet. Overstreet in the 46, finding himself behind the curve just a little bit. New fast lap of the race. Going to Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33. He has turned a 46.354. Logan York and Vahjentai Guerrero now the drivers at the front, so things are shuffling around very quickly here. The 44 of Anthony English started on pole for this restart, and now he has been shuffled back a few spots as the outside lane here has had some momentum. Speaking of the outside lane, the 00 had a great run down the backstretch, but losing some momentum as soon as it went into the corner. McClendon looked like maybe he was going to try and march to the front all by himself, but now fades in behind the one of Josh Paul. Reynolds in the 26, moving up to the third lane. Looks like he's got some room to run. Oh, and Adam Strom gonna drift up, tag him, and the 26 gets into the wall, breaking all of his momentum. Holding your line is going to be oh so important at this track, especially when you start going 3 wide. We heard it from Anthony English. We heard it from Anthony English that this track is slick. Our field getting split up a little bit here into 2 groups now. Jimmy Reynolds in the 17, closing in on the 19 is Zach Workman. The Reynolds and the 19 of Workman now get hooked up. We'll see if those guys can run some quick enough laps to get back up into this group. Gabe Butler in the 88 trying to use the third lane. He's got some help with the 26. They make their way down the back stretch. Vahjentai Guerrero in the 14 and the 33 of Jeff Crosby Jr.'s. Everyone fighting tooth and nail for all the spots they can get. The 12, a little bit of a wiggle there, but gathers it back up. So Vahjentai Guerrero in the 14, finding himself the line leader for the second lane. Fritsch hugging the yellow line. Drivers last on pit road on lap 26 under our yellow flag there. So before too much longer, we're going to start seeing them try to jockey for that bottom lane. And we're creeping up on a round of green flag pit stops. Jeff Crosby Sr., Dustin Logston, and Shane Ward, a three-car group that right now is 24th, 25th, and 26th. The 48 of Andrew Schroeder a little bit further behind them. Schroeder riding around all by himself. The 48 not in a good position. Alex Giffen behind him. It's going to be a minute before Alex Giffen catches up to the 48. And the 12 nose to tail. Vahjentai Guerrero, Zach Fritsch, Jeff Crosby Jr., Logan York, and Nate Warren make up your top 5 right now. All of them are championship contenders. In fact, in the top 10, Tucker McClendon is the only driver that is not in the championship battle. McClendon in the 00. Brought out our first caution of the night with a spin in the corner. As the 33 makes a move down to the inside, he will now ride around on that yellow line. Since the restart, our stage winner, the 44, Anthony English, has fallen backwards. He is currently riding around in 14th spot. As the inside line getting very long right now. Good sign that everyone's starting to think about green flag pit stops. But as we work lap 44, Anthony English going to start looking for a way to get a good pit stop here and mount a charge back to the front. Right now, our 33 is the race leader, or our leader is the 33. There we go. Alex Giffen and David Overstreet on the pit road. They are down and away. Gonna be expecting a large group of drivers to peel off for pit road this time, and here they come. Oh, Adam Strom ping pong balled and gets turned sideways. 87 going to lose out big time on that one. So we stay green. The 33 and the 12 will probably hit pit road this time. As the rest of the drivers in our lead group head down pit road, and they too have some issues. Looks like Nate Warren in the 16 got a little sideways, but everyone able to get it sorted. Andrew Schroeder in the 48 still trying to play catch up. Comes down pit road all by himself. Zach Fritsch winning the race off of pit road. Here comes Vahjentai Guerrero in this group, as they made their pit stop first. And Guerrero going to make quick work of the 12, as he had that full head of steam. So the 14, the 02, and the 1, the top three right now. Eric Laurie down on the apron. Long pit stop for Eric Laurie. Same for Adam Strom and Alex Giffen. David Overstreet in the 46 has gone behind the wall, as Lynn McNeese and Peter deBorja had a big moment there. Well, that being said, everyone getting through those pit stops. Just a lap and 3/4 to go here in stage number 2. Vahjentai Guerrero and Zach Fritsch battling at the front of the field. Alex Giffen back on pit road in the 99. The troubles continue for the 99. Right now we have 24 cars on the lead lap. As we are 3 wide for the race lead. And that is a big cloud of smoke. Hunter Reynolds in the 26 with a torn up race car. Take a look and see what happened. The 26 was 3 wide. Zach Workman, Gabe, Butler getting involved. Oh, and the 02 drifts up into the 33. The 33 smacks the 26. Just a chain of events there. It looks like all drivers are able to continue and pull away. Vahjentai Guerrero in the 14, I believe, is going to be our stage winner. Vahjentai gonna win the race off of pit road. Well, that being said, I'm going to take a quick break. No one go anywhere. Be right back after this.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Field lining up side by side. David Overstreet, the only driver of the 29 who started this race, out of the race. Alex Giffen and Eric Laurie are not on the lead lap. Adam Schramm in the 87 taking the wave around to get himself back on the lead lap. Schramm last pitted on lap 46. All right, here we go. Pace car going to get out of the way. Vahjentai, Guerrero, Zach Fritsch. And bring us to the green flag once again. Nate Warren tucking in behind the 53 of Dave Hunt. Haven't said a whole lot about Dave Hunt. He's been quietly working his way forward, up 11 spots from where he qualified. Going on board with the 53. Dave Hunt came into this race just 1 point above the cutoff line. A lot of racing still to do before we end up with our championship 8. Zach Fritsch in the 12 trying to win his way into the championship 8. Richie in that 12, solid super speedway driver. Richie last graced victory lane at this track back on February 10th, race number 9. Checkered flag flew after 101 laps, and the 12 was declared the race winner. as they make their way down the back stretch. '17 of Jimmy Reynolds with some momentum in outside lane. Reynolds charging to the front. As the 17 pokes his nose out into the front. Zach Fritsch down on the bottom. Eric Laurie behind the 17. So Zach Fritsch in the 12, still holding that yellow line, the 14 of Vicente Guerrero on his back bumper. Zach Workman in the 19 at the tail end of this field here, and he is the last car on the lead lap. Eric Laurie in the 071. First car one lap down, but he is up in the thick of it with our race leaders. Now Workman in the 19 with some damage on that race car. Last time he was on pit road, he spent a minute 42 in his pit stall trying to work on some damage, and I still think he's got quite a bit to go before they can get that race car as fast as it needs to be. Looks like he's going to be losing the draft here. It is going to be very hard to make up any ground if the yellow flag does not come back out. Workman in the 19 looks like one of our first championship contender in this race to really come under fire for some detrimental issues. As Reynolds in the 17 is continuing to lead, Eric Laurie in the 071 has a shot to get back on the lead lap the hard way here. And then he's going to need some help from a yellow flag to get back into this one. Adam Schramm in the 87 on the pit road. Schramm took the wave around, get back on the lead lap, but that fuel tank has run dry. And now the 87 on pit road. He is down and away after a full tank of fuel. He will be out on the track all by himself. He's another driver who would benefit from a yellow flag. And there it is. The fourth caution of the night has come out. Looks like trouble for the 48 of Andrew Schroeder. Gabe Butler in the 88 getting a piece of another one. So on board with Sean McCara. Take another look here. Oh my goodness. Oh. Looked like maybe just a bump gone wrong. So Gabe Butler not necessarily having the luck of the Irish here tonight. His paint scheme not bringing him a whole lot. Not bringing him the luck he wished he had, that's for sure. As the field makes its way onto pit road, led by the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds. Winning the race off of pit road will be the 26 of Hunter Reynolds. With that being said, guys, going to take a quick break. No one go anywhere. Right back after this.
Lights
4 yellow flags have slowed us down so far tonight. Our 4th one about ready to be wrapped up. Lights are out on the pace car. It's going to head for pit road. We're going to get back into green flag racing conditions. Here we go. Pace car down and away. Hunter Reynolds, Jimmy Reynolds, father and son on the front row for the restart. We are back underway once again. Zach Workman in the 19 was able to burn a fast repair. He is now in the lead group. But we have another championship contender that is in trouble here in race number 2 of the championship 16. That is the 88 of Gabe Butler. Looks like he is on pit road, and he is in an extended stay. That race car is being worked on, and he is going to go another lap down. So Gabe Butler right now in 27th spot. David Overstreet and Andrew Schroeder are out of this race. Schroeder in 28th, Overstreet in 29th. Josh Ball a little bit sideways there, but gathers it back up and holds on to it. So Reynolds in the 17 is our race leader. Anthony English, our stage 1 winner. Anthony English on the march back to the front of the field. Right now, we have 24 cars on the lead lap. Jeff Crosby Jr. in the 33, last car on the lead lap. First car 1 lap down is still the 071 of Eric Worre. Alex Giffen not on the lead lap as well. Those are the only 2 cars on the racetrack that are off the lead pace. The Reynolds in the 17 and Anthony English in the 44. A win locks you into the championship 8. After this race, only one more race to go. At most, we'll have 3 drivers get in on wins. That means 5 of you can make it in on points. So each and every point absolutely is going to matter. Yellow flag coming out. With 25 laps to go, look like Tucker McClendon in trouble. Lynn McNeese going off track. Jeff Crosby Sr. Let's see what we can figure out what happened here. McClendon getting turned. McClendon in the 00. Looks like he and Lynn McNeese make contact and around goes the 00. Field catching up to the pace car for the 5th time tonight. Jimmy Reynolds going to lead the field on the pit road. Still too early to make this our final pit stop, but it does set us up for just one more stop. And the 17 going to hold on to the race lead with a good pit stop. Jimmy Reynolds, Anthony English, Peter deBorja, Hunter Reynolds, and Jeff Crosby Jr. make up your top 5. They're going to get side by side here in just a moment. deBorja And several other drivers come back down pit road to top off the fuel tanks. Eric Laurie and Alex Giffen still not on the lead lap. Gabe Butler still sitting on pit road having his car worked on. The 88 will be scored in 27th spot. Andrew Schroeder and David Overstreet out of the race, 28th and 29th respectively. 5 yellow flags so far in this race. Row number 1 for the restart, the 17 of Jimmy Reynolds, the 44 of Anthony English. And it's the 26 of Hunter Reynolds and the 19 of Zach Workman for row 2. Row 3 will be the 47 of Richard Kuhn and the 02 of Logan York. That is your first 3 rows for this restart. We go, green flag is back out and we are back underway once again. Reynolds in the 17 down along the yellow line. Reynolds in the 26 down along the yellow line. Jimmy and Hunter running nose to tail. Zach Workman in the 19 taking full advantage of that fast repair he had to burn late in this race. And he is now back up in front. And they are making some crunching sounds. Looks like Josh Ball getting a piece of it. Shane Ward. The yellow flag is out once again. Nate Warren involved. So Josh Ball in the 1. Looks like the 39 of Shane Ward got out of shape, collects the 1. The 1 collecting the 16. One last look at it here. Then McNeese gives a shot to the back bumper of the 39. So it looks like about 9 drivers on the lead lap have stayed out. Everyone else coming down pit road for what should be their final pit stop. So Jimmy Reynolds in the 17 able to hold on to the race lead for the moment. Jimmy got out in front, and it has been very hard to remove that 17 from the top spot. Workman in the 04 gonna restart mid-pack here. Gonna ride on board with the 04s. Going to make a whole lot of noise here. Here we go, pace car going to get out of the way. And Workman going to give a shot to the 14 saying, hey, let's get this show on the road. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Workman staying tight to the back bumper of the 14. Jimmy Reynolds picked up his first win of this season back on January 6th at Daytona International Speedway. That was race number 4. We're here at race number 14. Could this be when Jimmy picks up another win and advances into the championship 8? deBorja in the 41, trying to ride that high, wide, and handsome line. And so far, it is working very well for him as he is working his way forward, trying to inch out past the 44. As the field flashes by, down to 12 laps to go. Jimmy Reynolds, Hunter Reynolds, Anthony English, Adam Kilday, and Logan York all last pitted on lap 77. They're going to be trying to stretch their fuel tank and get to the end of this race. Going to be very hard for Jimmy Reynolds to stretch that fuel as he is out in front. Everyone behind him, however, will be able to save a little bit more fuel than him. Oh, boy, that was a big moment going into turn 1. Sean McCarr, Josh Ball, all of them getting very close. As the 17 continues to cycle around, Eric Laurie, Alex Giffen still, despite all the yellows we had, were unable to get the free pass, so they are both one lap down. 24 cars on the lead lap as we got another group of cars going around. Looks like Josh Ball in the 1. Heavy damage to that race car. And Josh Paul. Then McNeese getting a piece of it. We're gonna back this up a little bit, see if we can't figure out what happened to the one. I'm willing to bet the one not too happy with the 71 in that situation. This yellow flag helping out the drivers who are trying to stretch their fuel tanks. Just a handful of drivers at the top of the running order, hitting on lap 77, everyone else lap 82. So everyone hanging on that yellow line or below the yellow line, really trying to get to the end of this race on what little fuel they have left. Inside of 10 laps to go. This race really is taking its time to settle out. We've had quite a few yellow flags. Race control going to have a good time at the campfire here tonight as they will go through all of these incidents. They'll go through all of these incidents and hear arguments from each side as to why the ban hammer should or should not be used. My opinion, ban everybody. Everyone gets a ban. You get a ban. You get a ban. Here we go once again to try and finish this one out. Green flag on display. Down to 6 laps to go. Keep in mind we will use 2 attempts at a green-white checkered if we need to. Josh Ball has joined Gabe Butler on pit road. Alex Giffen in the 99 did receive the free pass. He is back on the lead lap. Eric Laurie, the only driver, 1 lap down. We're down to 5 laps to go. The 26 of Hunter Reynolds, the 04 Mark Mann, working the second lane. Jimmy Reynolds in the 17 down on the bottom. Vicente Guerrero in the 14. He would like to pick up a win. And we're going to have another yellow flag. Big time trouble at the back of the pack. The 33, the 81. Those guys getting a piece of it. Let's see if we can figure out what happened. Zach, Fritsch, Dustin, Logston look like they are going to get together. Like Les Levy, Jeff Crosby Jr., Lynn McNeese. Harry Glory involved in this one, so he will not receive the free pass. So another big crash, and this one coming very late in the race. Going to shake things up. 8 yellow flags on the night. The 17 of Jimmy Reynolds really going to have to stretch this fuel tank. And I do believe we will be going into our first attempt at a green-white checkered. And everyone's starting to worry about the fuel just a little bit. Lights are out on the pace car. So our first attempt at a green, white, checkered. Let's see how this shakes out. Pace car down and away, the 17 and the 26. Green flag is out. We are back underway. Can Jimmy Reynolds' fuel tank hold out? Jimmy, Hunter, Mark Vicente, and Anthony English all on the same fuel strategy. Oh, and we are going to go into another green, white, checkered attempt. Sean McCarra, Peter deBorja pointed the wrong way. The 15 spinning in the grass as well. And with that being said, and the troubles that have come, I don't know what's wrong with my dog, but I gotta go figure it out before he makes a mess that I have to clean up.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the front of the field has changed a little bit. Jimmy Reynolds finally had to come down pit road and top off his fuel tank. Hunter Reynolds joined him. Nate Warren, Jeff Crosby Jr., Dustin Logston, Sean McCara, Jeff Crosby Sr. all pitted as well. This is our final attempt to get this race to finish under green flag conditions. Vahjentai Guerrero, Mark Mann, Anthony English, and Adam Kilday all pitting on lap 78 and 77. So we'll be watching their fuel tanks. But as I said, this is the last attempt. So here we go. Pace car is out of the way, green flag is out, and here we go. Race number 14 on the season, race number 2 in the championship 16, and it has come down to a final green-white checkered attempt to try and see who is going to win. Will it be one of our championship drivers and advance them into the championship 8? Or can Mark Mann in the 04 pick up a win here on Monday night after a very long time out of victory lane? Field going to get the white flag, and the 14 trying to set sail. Trouble in the middle of the pack. Hard impact by Andy Brigante. Adam Strom around as well. Peter deBorja involved. No, Peter deBorja on the pit road. deBorja with his own set of issues. Dustin Logston involved though. Side by side, the 14 and the 44. All of these guys in the top 5 championship contenders except for Mark Mann in the 04. But here they come to the line. Vahjentai Guerrero trying to push on the 44. Can't get it done. And Anthony English going to win the race. English winning stage 1 and now puts himself into victory lane to advance into the championship 8. Go ahead and take a look at the rest of our results. While the 44 and the 04 make their way around to celebrate a great finish. Anthony English, Vahjentai Guerrero, and Mark Mann will be your podium finishing drivers. And Adam Kilday in 4th. 5th goes to Zach Workman. 6th, Logan York. Richard Kuhn ending up in 7th place. 8th is going to go to Dave Hunt. Jimmy Reynolds is 9th. 10th, Eric Laurie. Lynn McNeese 11th. 12th is Shane Ward. Nate Warren 13th. Hunter Reynolds 14th. Jeff Crosby Sr. in 15th. 16th place goes to Jeff Crosby Jr. Alex Giffen 17th. Adam Schramm in 18th spot. 19th goes to Zach Fritsch. 20th, Sean McCara. Andy Vahjentai 21st. Dustin Logston 22nd. 23rd, Peter deBorja. Les Levy 24th. Tucker McClendon 25th. 26th, Josh Ball. 27th, Gabe Butler. And Andrew Schroeder in 28th spot. Well, that being said, the 44 of Anthony English picking up the win. So let's go ahead and start off our post-race interviews by talking to our race winner, our stage winner for stage 1 winner and the race winner. Anthony, congratulations on a job well done here tonight.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. I'm so stoked about that one. It's been a while since I've won a Monday one, so I'm almost a little lost for words right now.
Yeah, it looks like this one was a hard fought one for sure, but in the end you come out on top.
Yeah, I mean it was tight. I didn't think I was gonna. I think once Vince got up next to me and was leaning on me a little bit, it stopped all my momentum, and then Mark came through at the end with one last shot at the end that put me by him. And big shout out to Mark Mann for the final push there to get me across the line. If it wasn't for him, Vince definitely would have won this, and it still would have been a nice second for a points nights and stuff. But it's just nice to finally have another Monday win after such a long time.
You and Jimmy Reynolds both last pitted on lap 77. How much fuel is left in that tank?
I did not have enough to do a burnout. I ran out going into turn 3 after we crossed the line, so I was about a half a lap to the good. I knew it was going to be tight. I was once, like that run before when Vince cleared me when I was running on the high side with Adam pushing. Once Vince cleared me, I went into save mode, and since I wasn't in a push situation those last couple restarts and runs, I just saved, and thankfully enough I ended up saving enough to finish it. Me and Adam both were still on that same strategy, so we were both biting our knuckles there trying to figure out if we were going to make it or not, and then ended up working out. So good strategy call for the team tonight.
Well, man, nice job and congratulations making it into the championship 8. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything else that you need to add?
Oh yeah, I'll go first with you, KR. KR, turn 3, you guys do an amazing job. We love having you on board. I always love watching back the races the next day or two whenever I get to it, and it's always a blast. All the admins, big shout out to all the admins that do what they do and get this together and make it what it is. It is pretty fun. It can be hectic sometimes, but it is pretty damn fun. And I say anybody that ain't racing on a Monday night here, you're definitely missing out. And big shout out to my teammate, especially Mark Mann for the push at the end for the win. Big shout out to Mark Mann. Adam for doing what he could at the end there too. He had a good finish too. I think he finished 4th. Mark finished 3rd. So really good night for Vendetta tonight, which is wild. I don't think all 3 of us or whatever finished in the top 5 all season. So we'll definitely all take it. So a big shout out to all them guys. Everybody else watching, family, friends, my dad watching at home, my beautiful girlfriend Rachel let me do this all the time without killing me, and Butt Kicker and all the other sponsors that come on board and do what they do.
All right, man. Well, congratulations once again on the race win. Nice job out there, and yeah, go celebrate this one.
Thank you, KR. Thank you.
That is Anthony English, driver of the 44, with a spectacular win here tonight. So that being said, now let's move on to our 3rd place finisher, and that is the 04 of Mark Mann. Mark, you got your ears on, bud?
Yes, sir.
Hey, there's Mark. Hey, man, third place finish here tonight. I was hoping you'd get a victory.
Yeah, I was okay with the finish. I know Anthony's in the playoffs. I gave up my playoff spot because I'll be on vacation, so it wasn't worth keeping your playoff spot if you could give somebody else the opportunity if you're not really going to be able to compete in the playoffs. So Anthony was in, and I'm happy he got the win. If Jimmy didn't have to pit for fuel there on the bottom, I would have hung with him too. So it was whoever was in front of me there at the end, and Anthony and Vahjentai had a good run on the bottom, and Anthony was able to clear, and that was all she wrote, man. That was good finish.
Well, I would agree. Good finish. And man, anytime I get to talk to you, Mark, it's always a fun time.
Heck yeah.
So that being said,
yes.
How many more races are you gonna do?
So second week in April, I'll be gone just for a week, but it's still in the playoffs, so it would have affected it if I had to make it that far. But I would have had to change my whole philosophy of how I'm racing on Mondays for if I was in the playoffs. I would have been up there racing for stage points and qualifying and all that. And as you can see, I just I don't qualify. I hang out into the back and wait for those pit stops to fall where they will, and hopefully get a little bit lucky and have a look at it at the end like we did tonight.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you, it was a classic Markman race where you just kind of wait until the right moment to work your way all the way to the front. So, man, nice job out there.
Thanks, brother.
Oh, shout outs, thank yous. Anything else you need to add that you haven't said yet?
Oh, thanks, KR. Turn 3 and OP and everybody does everything behind the scenes. Congratulations, Anthony, on the win. And Mara at home, she's probably in bed by now, dude. But I'll see her in the morning at work. She'll say, "Where'd you finish?" Well, I got a podium.
You don't even got to tell her that. She probably won't go back and watch. Just be like, "Yeah, I won. No big deal."
Hey, that's true. But yeah, and everybody else who's watching at home, thank you.
All right, man. Well, nice job once again. Congratulations on third place.
Thanks, bro.
That is Markman, ladies and gentlemen, getting it done here for that third and final step of the podium. Vahjentai Guerrero was here, and now he is not. So we will not be talking to our second place finisher. Not sure he had a little bit of upset or if he had to get going because it has been a long race. Either way, guys, thank you very much for joining me here tonight. Hope you all enjoyed the show, and I hope you will join us next week as we continue on in our Championship 16. We head to Daytona for the final round in the Championship 16, where we will figure out who advance into the round of 8. So until then, stay safe. Have a great night.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.